Danger Dolan. So here we have a comment from Broxigar asking me what my thoughts are on the 4th rating difficulty, Flex rating, whether it's better than normal and heroic. Now for those that don't know, Flex mode sits between LFR and normal. It acts as a kind of bridge between the two. It was much needed because you would take your guild on an LFR run and it would be horrible. So Flex mode scales your enemies based on how many people you bring between 10 and 25. Recently changed in the system is that the boss progress lockout, so if you take down a boss and later that week you bring a new person, then everything in the raid would reset. They changed it so that based on the raid leader's progress, that is where you continue from. In fact, I can't believe they thought it was a good idea that the raid would reset every time you bring a new person. Like, that's just bizarre. How could they not foresee that people would find that unacceptable? Anyway, back in Wrath, we had 4 separate lockouts based on 10 or 25 man difficulty. This led to a lot of burnout, and I'm pretty sure the same thing is going to happen with Flex mode. Give it 6 months, and then figure out if you like running Flex mode endlessly to get a trinket. But even with the burnout, I liked that there was a 10 and 25 man loot and difficulty difference. It made you feel like there's more people in my raid, it's more epic. And that is now gone because LFR is a thing. So here are my thoughts. I'm extremely thankful that Flex mode rating was introduced. I mentioned it about a week before it was announced in one of my old Q&A videos. I basically just said we need a bridge between LFR and normal mode rating because it is such a leap in difficulty. So I've done about 6 bosses in Flex mode with my guild and the difficulty is spot on. It's just like in Wrath. I like that you can invite people from cross realm, but I haven't really seen many people utilize the raid member scaling between 10 and 25. Usually you just can't even find 10. I know Blizzard suggests that you get 9 or 8 together and just clear some trash, but clearing trash is only fun for about, never. And they heavily promote the fact that you can do it with friends and family, but if your friends and family are in a different faction, like a lot of my friends are on Horde because I was Horde for many years, it means you can't raid with them. I mean, what is that? Is it beyond reason that you can't just merge the factions together for this one little Flex mode group? Is that not logistically possible? You think about the Caverns of Time, sometimes you get transformed into like a night elf or a human. Can't they just do the same thing here? I mean, I've had to start deleting people on my friends list because they're Horde, because I can't do any content with them. I'm also not a fan of the staggered release for Flex mode. It makes no sense. It does for LFR because having a bunch of, casual types clear the entire raid within the first week, that's just dumb. But, Flex mode is not easy. I can understand if they want to stagger it over a week by week basis, but the 3rd and 4th wing are staggered over 2 weeks each. So that's a month before the entire place opens. I mean, what's the point here? What's the reason? What's the rationality for doing this? Unless they're making like last minute adjustments and this gives them the time to do so, I really don't see why this should be a thing. Now a lot of people complain about the different modes of loot and eye level. You got Timeless, LFR, Flex, Normal, Heroic, Warforged. I find it surprisingly easy to differentiate each one because it's just the numbers. If this one piece of gear has a bigger eye level than this other one, it's better. Mostly. If the stats are good, then it's good. I'm also fine with how many levels of difficulty these raids have, but I do not like that each difficulty is identical to the other. Heroic mode is the exception, but that's for one boss sometimes. We really just need legacy Flex mode wings for raids, using all the old raids from BC and Wrath. If you want to hear me talk about that, I do have a scaling video linked below. That's it for today. Have a good one.